Hello, my champ. How are you all? I am your shield. Today, again, we are back with Whiteout Survival. In this video, I am telling you the best formation for Labyrinth. You guys telling me from a long time to make a video on the Labyrinth. Finally, the video is here. By the way, formation depends on the stat. Stat is not same for everybody. So, formation can vary player to player. So in this video, I am trying to give you general formation that can work for almost every player. So let's jump in our video. Guys, I have a full list of formation. I am going to discuss all of them one by one. So we are starting with the Cave of Monster. Cave of Monster is such a map where only the pet stat work. The pet normal stat and the pet skill stat. Look at this. If you go to pet, you can see two type of stat. Click on any pet, you can see. Here you can see something that is called the skill. Okay, let's open this pet and you can see something, the skill. This skill have some stat. Plus, when you open the pet, on the label you can see some different type of stat that is also work in the labyrinth. I am talking about this stat. It is always same for every pet. I mean, you can see troop attack and troop defense exactly same. Now if I open any other pet, you can see troop attack, troop defense exactly same. But now we have a problem. The refinement stat. Refinement stat is different for everybody because we have to do the refinement, normal refinement or advanced refinement. Now I will make a separate video on the pet. There I will discuss what is the normal refinement, what is the advanced refinement, or you can check my old video on the pet. But these stats also work in the labyrinth and these stats are different for everybody. I mean, this stat can be same. Look at this. This one can be same for everybody, but the refinement stat is different for everyone. So it is very difficult to find out any proper formation. But I am giving you one general formation that can work in every case. It is the formation you can see 50% infantry, 10% lancer, 40% marksman. Why I am doing it? 50% infantry, that is huge number that will stay in the front line, that can take maximum damage from the opponent. Our 40% marksman, they are the damage dealer. They will kill the opponent front line. And our lancer, they will do normal damage like marksman, and lancer also have chance to kill the opponent marksman by the ambusher skill. You can ask me why lancer number is low, because infantry marksman more important in the battle. Infantry health, infantry defense, they are important. Infantry, they are the front line team, and marksman, they are the damage dealer. Marksman lethality, marksman attack, they are important. Lancer by default they are very powerful, so Lancer number is low in this formation. And if this formation fail, I have one more formation for you guys, that is 60% infantry, 5% Lancer, 35% marksman. Now why I am doing it? If the first formation fail, that means our front line cannot survive. Our back line can do enough damage, but front line cannot survive, so the battle end quickly. If we want to survive for a long time, we can try some extra number of infantry. That's why I make it 60% infantry. I take 5% from lancer and 5% from marksman. Total 10% increase on the infantry. This can work, okay? I am telling from my own experience. Both formation, they are very good. I normally use the first formation, but the first formation can fail for some player, so they can try the second formation. It is very good. And I have one more explanation why lancer number is low. If you check my video on the turn, how the turn work, our infantry attack the opponent front line, our lancer attack the opponent front line, our marksman attack the opponent front line. Everybody target the opponent front line, and our lancer have a very small chance to ambush the opponent marksman. So opponent frontline infantry, they take some damage, opponent backline marksman, they take some damage, but opponent lancer get almost no damage. Same happen with us. Opponent infantry, opponent lancer, opponent marksman, they give heavy damage to our infantry. Even opponent lancer, they can ambush our marksman. But our lancer is always safe in every battle. So we use less number of lancer because less number of lancer can fight well and they die in less number. But infantry high number, they can absorb the opponent damage, and marksman high number, they can kill the opponent. You understand why I am using this formation? The same concept can work for every other map. Next, we are going to charm mine. This formation, what I am telling, it can work for almost every generation. It depends on the chief charm stat. Now I have different formation for different type of player. Some player, they only focus on the infantry health. I do not do that, but some player do that. They upgrade the infantry charm to very high level. That means infantry health, infantry lethality, that is very high. Infantry health very high, that is already a good condition. So for that type of player, we can use 60 20 20. This 60% infantry can absorb the damage, and 20% lancer, 20% marksman can kill the opponent. It is only for them who have some high stat on the infantry for the chief charm. Next, bear hunter player. This type players are some different type of player, like I am not exactly bear hunter player, but some player, they are fully focused on the marksman charm. They upgrade other charm to very less level, marksman charm to very high level. So for them, I have this particular formation 40 10 50, because maximum player upgrade the lancer charm to very low level. They upgrade infantry and marksman charm to high level. Now we have to put some infantry in our team, at least like 40%. Otherwise, our front line can be weak. We cannot absorb the damage from the opponent. 40% infantry can work good. 50% marksman, because we are bear hunter player. Bear hunter player have very high stat on the marksman. Marksman lethality stat very good. So for those type player, 40 10 50 can work good. Okay. Now next I have this for maximum player, like 80% player can use the third formation 55 10 35. Why this? It is for those type of player who upgrade first marksman, then infantry, then lancer when they're upgrading the chief charm. You know what I tell in my video? Whenever you are upgrading your chief gear, first infantry, then marksman, then lancer. And when you are upgrading your chief charm, first marksman, then infantry, then lancer. Maximum player should follow this. We need the infantry defense, we need the marksman lethality. So for a general case, for maximum player who follow this pattern, marksman, infantry, lancer, who follow this pattern, they can follow 55 10 35. It is for 80% player. Only like 5% or less than 5% player who are fully bear hunter player, they can follow this 40 10 50. And some player who are infantry focused, they can follow 60 20 20. All three formation good, depend on what type of player you are, what you are upgrading. Infantry main, they follow this. Marksman main, they follow this. I am medium. I am not extreme bear hunter player. I am not extreme infantry main player. I am medium, so I follow this, the number 3. Okay. And if you have the same question again, why infantry number is high, why lancer number is low, you have to understand the how turn system work. In the turn system, infantry attack opponent infantry, marksman attack opponent infantry, lancer attack opponent infantry. So infantry always take damage from all three sources. Marksman take ambusher skill damage from opponent lancer, but our lancer take almost no damage, or opponent lancer take almost no damage. For this reason, we need high number of infantry to stay alive, to survive longer in the battle. Lancer number is low because I told you Lancer do not get that much damage from the opponent in the turn system. When you understand the turn, how the turn work. If you don't know how the turn work, you can check my old video. And marksman, we need the marksman to kill the opponent. Okay, this is the charm mine. Now we have next map, that is the research. In case of research, I have some normal formation 50 20 30. Why this? It is the best and general formation of whiteout survival which can work in every situation, maximum situation. Now when you are upgrading the research, what maximum player do? First they upgrade the infantry health, infantry defense, then they go for the marksman attack, marksman lethality. They touch the lancer at last. Okay, so we remember this thing in our mind that infantry they are damage taker, marksman they are damage giver. I mean, what is the term? Damage dealer. Marksman damage dealer. And if we want to survive longer in the battle, we need some good amount of infantry because they are the front line. So it is a good formation 50 20 30. Now some type of player who are lancer men, they do not follow the normal upgrade path. They follow something different. They upgrade the infantry health, infantry defense, infantry attack, infantry lethality. Then they go for lancer attack, lancer lethality, lancer health, lancer. I mean, they go for infantry and lancer mainly. They do not upgrade the marksman that much. It is some different type of player. They follow 60-40-0 formation when they are fighting in the PvP, or I mean solo attack, or when they are using rally, they can use 60-40-0. Even the garrison they can use 60-40-0. These are different type player. For them I have this formation 60-40-0. In the research center it can work 60-40-0. So normal player, 90% player, I can say more than 90% player, they can use 50-20-30. Some player who are lancer men, they can use 60-40-0. If 60-40-0 fail, I mean you cannot play with 60-40-0, it fail. In that case you can try 60-30-10, that should work. Okay, but I recommend maximum case 50-20-30 is the best when you are playing the research center map for every generation. Next we are going to gear forge. It is for the chief gear. Whatever your chief gear stat, that will work here. By the way, if you are thinking how to understand which stat work what map, simply go to Labyrinth, click on the rule book and read the whole starting to ending one by one. Like you can see in the charm mine, only charm work, other stat don't work. In the research center, mainly research stat work. Now research can be normal research or T11 research, even T12 can work. And gear forge, you can see the chief gear stat. You can read yourself. I am not wasting your time by telling all of this. You can read. Okay, back to our topic. So what formation I am using here? 60-10-30. Now you can tell me why this formation. I make every formation after a lot of testing, but this particular formation because maximum whiteout survival player, when they're upgrading their chief gear, they go on the infantry. I mean maximum player. Okay, I am some different type player, but maximum player go on the infantry for the chief gear. They have good stat on the infantry chief gear. So for them 60-10-30 can work. You can tell me why I am not using 50-20-30. 50-20-30 could work, but I tested 50-20-30 versus 60-10-30. I find out this is better. Okay, 60-10-30, that is better. Now some different type player, they upgrade infantry and marksman equally. Actually, you know what I told this many times. You should upgrade the gear equally or as much equal as possible because you get one extra stat when three type gear becomes same level. You get some extra stat. Like you can check this one, own legendary T1 gear or own 6 mythic T2 gear. When you make some 6 gear or 3 gear equal, you get some extra stat. So everyone try to make some extra stat by making equal level. For those type player, 40 20 40 can work good. So best formation 60 10 30. If you see 60 10 30 is not working good for you, you can try 40 20 40. Okay. Now this work for almost every generation. Now I have two big map for you guys, Land of Heroes and Gaia Heart. Okay, I have different formation for everybody. I'm trying to explain them. So there is not a big difference between Land of Heroes and Gaia Heart. Pretty much same. I mean, some different you can check yourself. You can read here. If you open this, you can check. Land of Hero, that is mainly on the stat of hero, hero gear, and hero exclusive gear. Fully on the hero. But Gaia Heart, pretty much everything. Whatever you can imagine, whatever stat is in the game, everything work. But they have something very similar. Hero work there. I mean, other battle only troop fight. In the Land of Heroes or in the Gaia Heart, the heroes fight also. That is the big similarity. But Gaia Heart is like whole whiteout survival. Whatever stat is there in the game, almost everything come in Gaia Heart. So you have a question, what hero we can use, what formation we can use. I'm trying to tell you. So this is the general for everybody. I mean, whoever playing Whiteout Survival, any generation, they can use this. Your first team, actually there are three team. If you have played Ice Fire League or if you played this, you know there are three team, three infantry, three lancer, three marksman. Okay, that's why I tell everybody try to get as much hero as possible. Some people ask me in the live stream, bro, I want to skip this lucky wheel, I want to skip that lucky wheel. I tell you, get at least 4 star on any hero. 4 star, okay. Lucky wheel 4 star or any pay to win hero, try to get 3 star, 4 star because you need some good amount of hero to play this type event. Land of Hero, Gaia Heart, or if you are playing Ice Fire League, you need some more hero. So you have three team, right? In first team, you can use your best infantry, best lancer, best marksman. In the second team, you can use second best infantry, second best lancer, second best marksman. In the third team, you can use third best infantry, third best lancer, third best marksman. And every team you can use 50, 20, 30. How to use this particular formation? You can use the quick deploy. The game automatically give you the best team on the number 1, second best team on the number 2, third best team on the number 3. Then you can customize the formation yourself by 50 20 30, or you can say 45 20 35, or you can try 50 15 35. Okay, I see, for me at least, 50 20 30 work best every time. In rare case, when I fail 50 20 30, then I try 45 20 35. Okay, but maximum case it work for me. Now it is for those type player who have some good gear, or you can say like good hero, good gear. Everybody cannot manage this formation. So I have one more alternate for you guys. I mean, it is very popular on internet. You can check yourself. In the first team, we put best infantry, best lancer. In place of marksman, we put Greg or Bradley. Alonso can work. Some people use the Alonso. Let's say you are a free to play, you cannot get both Alonso, Greg. You get only one. So if you have Greg, you can put the Greg or Bradley or Alonso, whatever you have. Let's say you are in the Gen 7, Gen 8. In that case, I recommend Bradley. By the way, your Bradley stat or marksman stat will not matter because you are using 0% marksman. In the second team, second best infantry, not second best, it is the best marksman with the Mia. Now you know there is one popular formation 50-0-50. I am probably the first person who make the video on 50-0-50 when you defeat the AKB in the Frost Dragon Tyrant. Now everyone know this formation 50-0-50. 50-0-50 is not very good right now. Some better formation we have like 49-2-49 or 48-4-48, or even this one. Okay, 50-0-50 was the initial form, but that is not very good right now. You can try 49-49 or 48-4-48. Okay, with this second best infantry, then Mia, then the best marksman. And in the third team, remaining infantry, remaining lancer, remaining marksman with 50-20-30. Okay, now when you are using 60-40-0, if you are in the Gen 4 or Gen 6 or like Gen 7, Gen 8, in those type cases, you can try Rene, Reina, Gordon, this type hero because they work very good with the 60-40-0. They work good with the Lancer because if you check their skill, if I show you Rene's skill, Rene maximum skill trigger with the Lancer that can make some good damage with the Lancer. Okay, so 60-40-0 can be very good with the Rene or Gordon or those type hero. Okay, so you can use this formation, it can work very good. From Gen 2 to Gen 10, it is very good formation. Now I see some problem. Okay, before that, I'm trying to check here. I'm trying to show you how this work. Let's say I use the quick deploy. The game automatically give me the best infantry, best lancer, best marksman on the first team, second best on the second team, third best on the third team. Then I can click on the edit and I can use 50-20-30. Like I can use 50-20-30. This should work for maximum player. It is a very good formation. You can set like this. Okay, you can set like this. And I told you the alternate method. This one with best infantry, best lancer, Greg or Bradley. I'm trying to show you that formation. So go here. We need the best infantry, best lancer. Now in place of marksman, I will put either Greg or I can put Bradley. By the way, it doesn't matter if you have gear on the marksman or not, because I told you marksman number is 0. So I put the Bradley here. I put the Bradley. Then you can see I make like 60-40-0. Now it does not matter if my Bradley have gear or not. Without gear, Bradley can fight. Okay, because we are using 0% marksman. Save it. Now in the second team, you need the best, not best, the second best. The second best infantry and the best marksman. So I put the Balkanas, which is my best marksman right now. In place of Lancer, I put the Mia. You can put some gear on the Mia. You cannot put the gear on the Mia. It will not create a big problem. If you are using 49-49, you can skip the gear on the Mia, or you can give some low level gear on the Mia. This and the remaining team assign with 50-20-30. 50-20-30. Okay, this formation can work very good. I'm showing you something example. It is not working good for me because there is a reason. It is not working good for me. I will tell you why it is not working good for me. I almost lost the battle. From my experience, what I have seen, this formation work good from Gen 2 to Gen 10. After Gen 10, this formation is not very good. In Gen 11, we get one hero called Rufus. Rufus is very powerful marksman. Here is the Rufus. It is a very powerful marksman. Now, if you want to use the Rufus, we have to use it on the best team with our best infantry, best lancer. That means the first team. So we have to put our Rufus at this place. We have to remove the Greg or Bradley. We have to put the Rufus. Now Rufus cannot work with 60-40-0. Okay, Rufus needs some marksman. At least 20% marksman we need. So this formation can be a failure with the Rufus. Okay, If we are using best infantry, best lancer, and the Rufus, we need 50, 20, 30, something like this. Now you can tell me we can put our Rufus in the second team where we are putting second best infantry, Mia, and the Rufus. That will not work very good. From my experience, I am telling. If we really want to use the Rufus, we need the best infantry, best lancer with the Rufus. So this setup is not very good from the Gen 11. Even Gen 12, there is one hero called Lygia. Lygia work very good with like 20% marksman. It is because I'm telling you why this is working. Let me tell you this thing first. Why this is the best formation from Gen 2 to Gen 10. Why it is happening? Look, Greg or Bradley, their skill work for almost everybody, or even Alonso. I'm telling from the Alonso. Look at this. 60-40-0 can work with the Alonso. Alonso first skill, that is the lethality up. That work for all troop. That means infantry, lancer, marksman. Second skill, it is enemy damage down, so it is not exactly offensive skill, but still it will grant the bonus to all troop. And next, it is some damage up skill, but it will work for all troop. So you are using Alonso, that can still give you benefit on the infantry and the lancer with 60-40-0 formation. Okay, you understand why Alonso good with the 60-40-0? Even look at the Greg. Greg first skill damage up 40% chance based skill, but that is for all troop. So Greg is marksman, but that can boost our infantry and our lancer. Next, we have this skill enemy damage down. It is not exactly offensive skill, but still it will grant the boost to all troop. Even this one, health up, it is also for all troop. So Greg is actually marksman, but that is also helping you on the 60-40-0 formation. Or let's say Bradley can work. Bradley attack up 25% for all troop. Now this skill, it is actually targeting opponent infantry, opponent lancer, that can counter 60-40-0. Bradley can counter 60-40-0, but it is actually, I mean, for our team, it is boosting damage for all troop. Okay, for opponent, infantry and lancer take more damage, but for our side, all troop getting the damage boost. And the third skill, that is also damage up, but all troop. So 60-40-0, that means 60% infantry, 40% lancer. Still, we are not using any marksman, but we are boosting the damage for everybody, or we are boosting other defensive skill for everybody with the Alonso, Greg, or Bradley. That's why very good with this formation. But we have the problem with the Rufus. Rufus skill actually work for the marksman. Rufus first skill, you can check, that is for all troop, no problem. That can work 60-40-0. But the second skill, that is actually for the marksman. Okay, this boost for the marksman. So if you are using 60-40-0, this skill will be type of waste. Even this skill, it is for all troop, so it can work 60-40-0. But Rufus second skill getting wasted with the 60-40-0. That's why even I tested, Rufus not working good with the 60-40-0. Okay, now you have a question, why this is the good formation, second best infantry Mia and this best marksman? Because second best, I mean best is already taken, so we have the second best. Now Mia boost the damage for everybody. If you check the Mia skill, Mia first skill, enemy damage taken up 50%. It is for the all troop. You can check. That means Mia is lancer, but it is boosting our marksman also. And this one damage up 50%. It is also for all troop. Mia can bring the good luck to our marksman, even though Mia is a lancer. And this one, it is also for all troop. Okay, so we are using 50-0-50, or you can tell 49-49. So we are not using any proper lancer stat, but Mia can boost our infantry, Mia can boost our marksman. For that reason, the second team can be also very good. Rufus could work with this team, but I have seen Rufus is not good with this. And Rufus is really bad in the third team because it is our third infantry and our like second lancer. Rufus is not good with the team. So if you are in the Gen 11, I recommend go for this formation, this one. Or if you are in the Gen 12, I recommend this formation can work better. Rufus can work in the Gen 12, but Gen 12 Lygia are very powerful. Even Lygia depend on the marksman skill. If you check Lygia first skill, it is not for our team, it is for opponent troops. So this all don't matter, it is for the enemy. But the second skill, it boosts our marksman. So if you are using 60-40-0, Lygia cannot work very good. Even this one, it is also for the like marksman boost. Okay. So whenever you are saying marksman boost skill, you cannot use 60-40-0 properly. So you can tell me something. Let's say we want to use the Rufus and Lygia with this setup. You can tell we can put our Rufus or Lygia at this place. Mia will be there because Mia can work for every generation. It is the damage boost for other troop, and we are ignoring the Lancer. So only like 2% Lancer. So Mia can stay here. Rufus and Lygia will be here. But you can tell me in place of second best infantry, we can put our best infantry here. Okay, you can tell that. So this team can be very strong. Best infantry, Mia, and our Rufus or Lygia. You can tell that. Definitely it will be a very powerful team, but the problem will be different. Then the second best infantry will go here. And second best infantry, that means the infantry stat will be low. Now we are using 60% infantry. That is very important. Infantry play the important role here. With 60% infantry, we cannot use our second best infantry hero. We need our best infantry hero. So you can see we have some problem after the Gen 11. From Gen 11 we have this problem. So for maximum player it can be a very good setup. From Gen 2 to Gen 10 you can use this. Here Greg or Bradley, or you can put Alonso if you want. Here Mia is must. Okay. And the formation is like this. You can use it. It is a very good formation. But after Gen 11, I recommend this. Even I crossed the Gen 11. I myself use this formation because it is not very good for me. It was good for me some month ago. Like when I was Gen 10, Gen 9, that time it was very good. But now it is not very good for me. I use this one. It is good for me. But as a free-to-play, you can face one problem. When you are using this setup, you don't need the gear on the marksman, or you don't need the gear on the lancer here, okay? So free-to-play have less number of gear. So free-to-play can be comfortable with this because they need less number of gear. But when you are using this formation, you need more number of gear, okay? That is some problem for the free-to-play, you can tell. So overall, this is my suggestion for everybody. And you can see here actually 50-20-30, it is one of the best formation for the Labyrinth. It can work in maximum place. You can check yourself. In some place 60-40-0 also work very good, like in the Cave of the Monster. 50-20-30 can work, but I use 50-10-40 maximum time. In the Charm Mine I use 50-10-35. In the Research Center I use 50-20-30. In the Gear Forge I use 60-10-30 like this. And Land of the Heroes and Gaia Heart I use the first setup. But if you are Gen 2 to Gen 10, I recommend this setup. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment. That is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.